Hey, welcome back to another episode here of the Pokémon Black to Nuzlocke challenge here on the channel. So, this is another episode and I tried to record episode 8 already. I decided to start a new recording and just let this be episode 8. And so essentially what happened in the little part that I got to play before I got completely sidetracked with trying to explain what happened with the NPC HQ was that I clicked through Pokemon Studios and that was boring. I battled one time with Team Plasma and I think I'm supposed to find them somewhere or take the boat. I don't know. But essentially, I want to just spend a few minutes now talking about the NPC HQ. And then when I'm done with that, I'm just going to be done with it. You may post questions about it in the comments and I'll get back to you. But so when I'm done with that, I'll just continue the Let's Play and have a great time. And I'm probably not going to talk too much more about it. So what happened was essentially from 2016 up until the end of 2018, I had a Discord server like most other YouTubers. I was early on actually. It's just you sometimes end up like that. And in the end of 2018, I made Pokemon Let's Go videos and I started promoting this Discord server as a place for people to come to get help with trades. I was also early with that. I don't think there were many Discord servers like that, and I do think, based on what I know, that it kind of started that whole thought of like, oh wait, we can actually send people over and start building something there. So over time, I saw that there were more servers like that, but I don't know, that's kind of a subjective view, I guess. But so Let's Go happened. We gained 10,000 members within a few weeks. That was a crazy situation. In parallel, it was also my first semester in college, so it was a weird time. It was hard. And then to suddenly have a Discord server with 10,000 members, like goodness, like that was a weird thing. So I know I had a YouTube channel with around 20,000 subscribers and it kind of, you know, some perceive the one bigger than the other what it is, but you know, at the end of the day, it is something that's on your mind. Like, okay, I have a Discord server with a lot of members. How to do that? So yeah, obviously that was a big learning curve. It is difficult to manage a Discord server because you have to think of like, how do you want things to be moderated, what to do with people that just mess around, how do you organize chats so that it's intuitive for new members and not annoying for old members. And so year rolls around, November last year happened, Sword and Shield, big games, many new members, and over time the Discord server grew another 10,000 members within a few weeks. And so with a few prunes, then now recently in August 2020, we had about 21,000 members when I left. And so in its lifetime, there were 50,000 members who joined that Discord server, and I'm sure a lot of you have had great memories in that server and you got the exact help that you were requesting of version exclusives and trade evolutions and whatnot. But having a big Discord server is challenging. It does require a lot of thought put into just everything. When you own it, you're always the person people look to and point out when there are challenges. And in many ways, that was how I wanted it to be. Though when people's expectations get way out of hand and it starts developing a culture of allowing cheap criticism without really putting in the effort themselves to, like, you know, contribute, then it doesn't really get all that fun. So essentially, I would say the whole situation or the whole experience really leading up to me giving the server away to one of my prior admins and leaving the server is complex. I don't know how to analyze it properly and present it to you in a coherent and precise way. I tried now. I spent 40 minutes recording this episode 8. And at some point I was just thinking, you know what, no one's gonna listen to this. It's just annoying for those who are listening. And so I now tried to just start a new recording, make it more precise, obviously much less detailed, but it'll just be what it is. Same as my message in News, if you saw that. It was just one line. I'm done. I'm moving over. I'm moving on. Bart is new owner. It's just, it was too much to explain. Like, where do you start? But essentially, the premise of having a big public Discord server that is Pokemon themed may not be solid. It may just be not possible. Especially if you run it on people's leisure. If people are spending too much time moderating and dealing with garbage in the chat, then, you know, it's not fun. And why wouldn't you spend your leisure doing something fun? But yeah, so, you know, I don't really know what to say other than, yeah, it's a difficult situation to analyze. I felt I put a lot of effort into it on a yearly basis, but people who are daily chatting in there don't really see that. They take a lot of things for granted. I also felt like a lot of suggestions were a little simple. You can like do things but not necessarily see the issues with those things. And then yeah, I am again on the path to just rambling on. So things that I really wanted to say with the situation. So I think I'm just gonna do that and not try to explain it. What happened was, I, on a yearly basis, did not feel that it contributed positively towards my experience overall. So I decided it was time for me to move on. A lot of people wanted a different owner, and so they got what they wished for. And I moved on. With YouTube, I am going to continue the Let's Play here of Pokemon Black 2. I'm getting Pokemon Soul Silver in the mail, and I'm going to do that afterwards. I want to play some Mystery Dungeon soon, and also start for real on the Pokemon Explained videos, because it's fun to edit videos, and I'll just do those. When it comes to the Crown Tundra, I don't know how that's going to fit into my schedule this time around. I really have to focus on school. I got 11 courses to take in 10 months. So it's going to be tough, but you know, it is what it is. And so that is YouTube. No longer the NPC HQ. That is fully run by the old staff. And whomever now is the owner will, I gave it to Bart. And so he's in charge, and he can do whatever changes he needs and wants to do. And so that is now in the hands of others. So I am no longer a part of that server, but I know that it meant a lot to a lot of you, and I hope that I have managed to build a foundation that now Bart can continue to build onto, and yeah, make out of it what he wants. So that is the Discord, that is the YouTube. And then another thing I wanted to kind of try to talk about was just, I felt a little burnt. That was like I said, burnt. I felt a little burnt on the negativity. And I've been on YouTube since 2013. I've replied to pretty much all the comments I've gotten over the years, at least a lot of them, the majority. And a lot of it is just cheap critique. I can't handle that. I don't know what how to explain it, but it's just in volumes. I don't really care if people have things to say. It's just I feel so frustrated when I try to do something positive and then people don't even see that and then just lash out their own toxic garbage that they have accumulated within themselves because they hate their life. I don't know, it's difficult to explain, but yeah, so I just felt burnt by the negativity, not just by certain individuals in the other server and the lack of backing of the the values that I tried to present in the server, and the overall engagement in that mission of trying to build a healthy and friendly Pokemon community. Like, okay, I am the YouTuber and people don't really perceive me in any way that I am. I don't know, that's a whole other thing. Like, how do people perceive me when I just hang out in the chats and just want to talk about Pokemon? It's like, oh wow, he got some subscribers. And then it's like, do I look up to him? Should I be jealous? And it's just people, I don't know, people talk to me differently than they used to. Don't know how to explain that. Okay, well, I completely lost my thought. That's not good, because I don't want to be rambling for too long. I just want to address it, answer the questions that you have in the comments, and move on. Burnt by negativity, that was it. Okay, great. So yeah, I think that was pretty much established. I tried to spend some time just thinking about it, because obviously, as I've tried to communicate now, and as you probably understand, I just felt it was a complex situation. Like, I tried to do something, and obviously I'm not perfect, so I was not able to put in consistently the amount of time that a mission like that would require. But then again, if there had been a very supportive and engaged group with individuals who were supporting that mission of creating a healthy Pokemon community based on sound values, then I wouldn't have had to like have that as a necessity for me to like put in, what, 4 hours a day? Is that what would have been required? 10 hours a day? Like, I don't know how much leisure would be required from me for it to work if I was the only like driving force in like understanding how good Pokemon could be. If you actually had a legit community to go to of players who are passionate about the games, are respectable and likable people, who also wish you well and are there just to hang out and enjoy playing Pokemon together. That was what I wanted to create, and in the end there were just things that didn't work out and I left. So I spent some time off, and that's also why this episode have been so late, because I realized I would just sit down here and ramble about whatever happened and like try to process it and just move on. I know that people are going to have questions. I know that people are going to have critique in the comments and everything. But so back to this core idea of things I want to communicate while addressing this. One of the changes I wanted to say there with burnt by the negativity is just, I also have YouTube comments. I've had between 500,000 and 1 million views every month this whole year. It's a lot of views. I have a lot of videos, 1,500. A lot of them are unlisted, but there's still like 1,100 searchable, and anyone can drop a comment and thought and all that. But essentially, I have decided to take another step back. I did write about this in February, but I just felt that was more like a social thing. I felt too spread out. It was difficult to kind of live up to people's expectations with conversations and whatnot, because I've been on YouTube for 8 years, know a lot of people, and it's difficult to check in with everyone, and that was just a separate thing. But now I feel like I want to take another step back and not be so out there in the sense of my video comments. I saw that Your Fried Bread had turned off his comments on his videos. That really got me thinking, because when I watch YouTube in at least two perspectives simultaneously all the time. I watch YouTube as a viewer, and I watch myself as a viewer. Like, I really try to analyze what I'm doing subconsciously and what I'm feeling and how I'm reacting to things to learn. and it just hit me, like, turning off the comments on certain videos completely changes the dynamic of how people approach looking at that video. At least that was what happened to me, and I do think that experience is there for a lot of other people too, because if you come to a video and it is a video and it has a video description and that's it, you have one choice. Two choices. You watch the video, read the information in the video description, or you leave. If you have the comments enabled, then all of a sudden you start thinking of like, what should I comment this time, or try to like be fast and type out another Google search that you could have just pasted in Google instead of my comments, or just like not watch the video. So yeah, that was also, some of these things are difficult to explain, man. I've turned off the comments in my videos. Every single video that is public, except Let's Plays, I'm not comments turned off, including live streams. If you show up to a live stream, the live chat will be enabled. So you can chat while it's live, and afterwards, that was it. That was the show, and you're welcome to come back next time. So yeah, essentially it will be these Let's Plays with comments, and I guess that's where many of you will have to drop a thank you, because a lot of you are very grateful and kind and appreciative of a lot of the videos that I've made. That's great, but it just is what it is. At some point you just have to draw a line, and so I have now decided, well, not on Twitter. I don't have public YouTube comment. I don't have comments enabled on my videos except the Let's Plays and the live streams, because those are what really has like the community sense to it anyway. Like, for example, if you have some nickname suggestions, go for it. Put it in the comments and I may do it. I do have some from YouTube members and patrons that will be prioritized, but any viewer, I want to create a better viewer experience here with more feedback back and forth in the comments with those comments that I do have enabled. And so I'm trying to like go all in on the places I do go all in, and that is a nice transition into the NIRTHEART Discord server, which is featured on the screen here. So what I am planning to do now, thankfully this did not get 40 minutes long like the other, what I am planning to do is to put all the knowledge and experience that I now have with running a big public Discord server and generally having a Discord server for over 4 years, and I'm gonna put it into a new private community, and it will only be available for those of you who are YouTube members and patrons. That means that there is an entry ticket, and that will make it so that many of you will not join, and that is okay. I can invite you to click the invite link in the video description and get access to information. That is a text channel in NIRTHEART where you can read about the server, get a feel of what it is like. And one thing to note there is that I will include this Discord server in the rewards for both the YouTube membership feature and in the $5 Patreon tier. And so a thing to note there is that I will be strict with who are allowed to be in the server, because I've tried in the information text channel to present my expectations and list the rules, and this time I will have the admin powers. I will also only choose a very specific few individuals who become moderators, and there will be an overwhelming focus on the community engagement. So even though some members are admins and even though some members are moderators and others are not, the dynamic I want in this Discord server will be so that it doesn't really matter. People are there to play together, and some have the authority to help moderate the server when I'm not available. So what I want to do with this Discord server essentially is written in the information text channel. I want to create a community around Pokemon. For those of you who are core viewers of this channel, that is something that I felt was lacking when the Discord server grew so massively, the other one. And I think this time around it will be a way different experience, because can you imagine, like, obviously I know I'm not like a top profile YouTuber guy, but I can imagine this Discord server having something like 30 to 150 members, somewhere around there. And you know, that's fun. I'm very passionate about Pokemon, and if you're too, then I invite you to come look at the information there, see if it's interesting, and be a part of it. This is something I want to make work. The people who will be members in there, where I've explicitly stated my framework, my expectations, and the rules I want people to follow. People who are now in this Discord server and will come to it will also be on the same page, because if they're not, then I'll throw you out. So, or them out. It's, you know, language. So I don't think I will make any announcement about this Discord server. It's called NIRTHEART. An invite is in the video description, but be aware, you can only get access to chats if you're an active YouTube member or a patron. You can read more about how to stay a member in information. If you decide to cancel your pledge, that's perfectly fine. So in practical terms, it's $2 if you want to go the YouTube member route, and I think that's a fair price off like an entry ticket to the server. So having that said, there won't be like any big announcement like, wow, look at my flashy new Discord server. Though I have updated the channel art, and I'll keep the NIRTHEART you know, graphic under here, and the information in the scrolling text, and that'll be it. I may mention it from time to time in the Let's Plays and in the live streams, but for the most part, this will be something that is kind of at the side of my YouTube channel, and so it will kind of be a different beast. So that's what I'm thinking with all of this, really. You may have questions that you want to ask me. That's perfectly fine. Now you know that comments are not on my videos anymore, except Let's Plays and during the live chat, not afterwards. And so yeah, you just I just have to put in some changes from time to time and move with the flow and do my best. So I hope that cleared up some of the things that you were thinking after seeing my announcement in the NPC HQ of leaving, or other things regarding just what's going to happen with your YouTube channel, things like that. I don't think I mentioned my merch. I know I did in the first recording, but I can't remember if I did in the second. At least I know I didn't go into that much detail, but I did have a merch run in June. That didn't really work out too well. I know the prices were a little expensive. I also had the result of not, I think there was one person who bought something only, and that was a friend of mine. So and then the prints that I got, this was the best print, honestly. I don't know what happened. It might have been that somehow the color settings should have been CMYK and not RGB. But I feel like, I don't know, it did not like make it very obvious. Typically I thought I would like submit a CMYK color code .eps file, but they just said just upload a PNG file and we'll fix it. And then the phone case that I ordered didn't fit. Like it was bent, and like if I was to physically force my phone into the phone case, I would like mess up my phone. So I pretty much spent what, $130, $140 on the sample items, like 3 t-shirts. It's this one, and then hard up here, and then the sweater and some stickers. I feel like that was a big fail. In the past, I've had a page with Teespring, and honestly, with Teespring, what I felt personally with a print there was that it was kind of cheap. After one wash, it looked like I'd been a Nirth fan for years. So in a sense, that may be the way to go. I am thinking of making a Teespring merch page, because some of you are very excited about getting to buy some Nirth merch, and I know that the prices were expensive. It was a difficult thing to manage there, because I have personally had experiences in the past of buying merchandise and then realizing afterwards that, man, you know what, I thought the merch was just okay. I wanted to support the content creator that I was watching, and then to realize that out of the $60 or whatever, only 10 of them, 20 went to the content creation or the content creator. God. And you know, fair enough. Got a sweater, got a cup, had a donation. Things went well, but you know. So with Teespring, I think it's something like I get $2 per shirt. They sell them for $20, and then they have flash sales from time to time where they sell them for $14. That is pre-tax, pre-shipping, and it may not be available worldwide. But yeah, if you have any thoughts about that, please let me know. And so now I just got a lot of things off my mind, and I'm ready to, you know, just move on, continue the Let's Play, and have a good time. So while some of these things are a little, it requires a lot of thought for me right now, I do think a lot of the changes are changes for the better. While the Discord did not weekly take that much of my time, it was more like a yearly thing for me. And that was difficult to communicate, because some of the members had been in there for many years, and they kind of recognized that. And I think those were the members, or those of you who were the most sad really of me leaving. Because like, let's say I could have been active like 3 to 5 hours a week, something like that. And that would be a little more maybe than the average would have been with just my insane spikes. So for example, like reorganizing chats, making new rules, promoting the Discord server, thinking about how to talk to members, communicating with members in messages and all that. It was very easy for it to like go a few days where that was the only thing I did. So like cumulative, I spent like tens and tens of hours on Discord within like a very short amount of time. And then for things to work well for a few weeks, and then I don't know. Great. So now I have gotten things off my chest. Thank you very much for listening to that. I was very happy that this recording went much better than the other. I hope that you will make a comment if you have any questions, so that I can get back to you and answer them. And so, as a short summary, I'm no longer a part of the NPC HQ. It is in different hands. I think there is a place for such a server, and so I hope that those of you who are in that server and want to see it grow and continue to be a good server overall, that you will succeed in that mission, and you know, contributing a little here and there, and try to make a good atmosphere. So that's the NPC HQ. On YouTube, all comments are gone. I've disabled them, and only the Let's Plays and the live chat are on. I think that will make it so that you know that if you want to communicate with me and you're not a part of the NIRTHEART Discord server, that this is the place to go. I don't have Twitter, don't have Instagram, and you know, it's, I think overall it will be better to like make it a little more focused with that kind of communication instead of having comments spread out on 1,500 videos and people don't see my replies. That's another thing. YouTube doesn't make it obvious that my time put into replying to thousands and thousands and thousands of comments is actually worth it, because even now with the comments, it's very difficult to find on the phone, and when you find it, then you only see the original comment and not even my reply. You have to click, and then you have to click, and then you may see it, and then you have to click another time to see read more, and it's just so hidden. And when I address things in a pinned comment and people scroll past it and comment exactly what I put in the pinned comment, and that happens on 1,000 videos, starts sliding real fast. So with that, I want to end this rant officially. Let's have a great time with this Let's Play. School's starting on Monday. I feel like I've developed a good routine. This week was all kind of weirdness. I just didn't feel good. I was, you know, as I try to say, I don't even know, did I say it in this one? Making multiple recordings is super, super confusing. But yeah, burnt by the negativity. I think this was the recording I said that. It was just, yeah. I know this is kind of like a weird thing. Don't like, you know, yeah. I'm not gonna go there. So, we are now 31 minutes in. This is typically where I end my episodes. I'll make a compromise today. I will end the episode, and you can come back in about 30 minutes, and another full-fledged episode will be out. It should be around 30 minutes, and it's gonna be complete fire, and it's just gonna set the tone for the coming episodes of this Let's Play and just Let's Plays overall. Got Pokemon Black 2, got Mystery Dungeon, got Soul Silver. I know it's not videos that all of the viewers there on the channel are enjoying, but you know, there are how-tos, and I'm gonna start working on the Pokemon Explained videos, but I'm excited. I hope that this will mark a better chapter for me with YouTube. It's been a rocky year. I tried to address things in April. I took accountability very seriously, and I've tried to continue with that, and it's still like something I'm working on. Try to make a plan in June. Yes, June. Made like 50 videos and 10 live streams, and things were kind of wacky when I got back my results from school and everything was failed, and I was like, oh no, I need to just spend July preparing. But yeah, with that said, see you in the new hour, essentially, because like, let's say I schedule this episode for 2 o'clock, I'm just gonna schedule the next episode for 3 o'clock. So I'll see you around, and thank you very much for listening. I very much appreciate that. It's great to just be allowed and take the permission to just communicate what I had on my mind and get it off my chest, and just be open for comments. Have this situation sorted out. It was complex and difficult to go into details with, but you know, that's what the comments afterwards are for, and just move on. So with that, I'll see you in a short bit.